welcome back to my channel. Today we are watching a movie called Memento. This movie came out in 2001 and it is supposed to be a thriller suspense movie. Of course, I am going into this blind, and if you guys want to check out the full reaction, you can find it on my Patreon. And also, I just want to thank my patron for requesting this movie, so thank you so much. I'm very excited to check it out, and without further ado, let's get into this movie. A crime scene. It's a lot of blood. Did they do this back then? Like, detectives take pictures of the crime scene on a Polaroid? Oh, it's going backwards. Oh, this guy. Oh no, he shot the guy. He shot the guy and then he took a picture of him?
You've been there for a week, 3 months. It's kind of hard to say. I don't know. It's just an anonymous room.
This guy. Is he all right?
Eddie. That's the guy you killed.
Lenny!
It's Leonard.
Lenny.
Like I told you before.
Did you? I must have forgot.
I guess I've already told you about my condition.
Oh, well, only every time I see you.
Condition.
My car.
This is your car.
Oh, you're in a playful mood. It's not good for you to make fun of someone's handicap.
Just trying to have a little fun. Fucked up building. Why do you want to go there?
Don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember?
Looks like somebody's home.
That thing's been here for years.
What are you talking about? These tracks are only a few days old.
Tracks? What are you, Pocahontas?
Why is he so, like, dismissive about it? You know? I feel like that's what...
Let's take a look inside.
Like, why is he so like, oh, nah. Like, what are you talking about? He's sus. I don't trust him.
Teddy. Don't believe his lies. He is the one. Kill him. I finally found him. How long have I been looking? You're gonna pay for it.
Pistol whipped him.
Beg my wife's forgiveness before I blow your brains out.
Teddy killed his wife.
You don't even know my name.
Teddy.
That's because you read it off a fucking picture. You don't know.
It's not his name. His name is not actually Teddy.
I'm from San Francisco.
That's who you were. That's not what you become. Come on, let's go down to the basement.
What is in the basement? Do I want to
Then you'll
know?
know who you really are. No!
Oh! He tried. He tried to get away.
Sammy Jenkins had the same problem, but he really had no system. He wrote himself.
He got that
ridiculous amount of
tattooed on
notes,
him?
but he'd get them all mixed up. You really do need a system if you're gonna make it work.
So this guy has, like, short-term memory loss?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Mr. Shelby from 304.
Right, what can I do for you, Leonard?
I'm not sure. I think I may have asked you to hold my calls.
You don't know?
Well, I think I may have. I'm not too good on the phone.
Right, you said you like to look people in the eye when you talk to them.
Yeah.
Does that help him remember things?
Well, that's the thing. I have this condition.
A condition?
It's my memory.
Amnesia.
No. It's different from that. I have no short-term memory. I know who I am. I know all about myself. Since my injury, I can't make new memories. Everything fades. If we talk for too long, I'll forget how we started. And next time I see you, I'm not going to remember this conversation.
It's so weird. You don't remember me at all.
That's wild.
Well, what's the last thing you remember?
My wife.
It must be frustrating.
It's like you just woke up.
That must suck. It's all backwards. I mean, maybe you get an idea about what you want to do next, but you don't remember what you just did.
How long have I been staying here?
A couple of days.
And you're holding my calls?
Like you said.
You know this guy?
Yeah, it's your friend, right?
What makes you think he's my friend?
I just saw you together, that's all.
He's not my friend.
Oh?
Okay?
If he calls or if he shows up here, you give me a call in my room, okay?
What, his name's Teddy?
Teddy, yeah.
All right.
You can remember this? No.
Look, I hope my condition's not going to be a problem for you.
No, not as long as you remember to pay the bill.
That's the only thing. Don't forget that.
This guy, he's here already.
Oh? He pulled up real quick.
Lenny!
Oh.
You really need a system.
And we just saw that scene.
You kind of learn to trust your own handwriting, where you put your notes. That also becomes really important. I don't know, I guess people try and take advantage of somebody with this condition. Who is this? Remember Sammy Jenkins?
Oh, he has more tattoos. He's low-key tatted up, because I definitely saw, like, a little piece of tattoo there.
Excuse me, sir. He left these at your table.
Thanks. Lincoln Street?
Oh, yeah, just go straight out on 6th Street. Go east all the way
Hold
through
on, I'm
town.
just gonna write this down.
Oh, it's easy. Just go straight
Trust me, need to write this down.
Honestly, I would need to write it down too because I am so bad at directions and I'd also forget.
Discount in, Natalie,
Natalie.
my car, Teddy.
Abandoned what? For Leonard.
John Edward Gamble.
Oh, Natalie's an ally.
This guy told me his name was Teddy.
Ooh, he lied.
Don't believe his lies.
So what's his name? John Edward?
Lenny, it's Teddy. Stay there. I'll be right over.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
It's wild because it's like he forgets that he has these tattoos on him. And he's like, what's this? Whoa. Find him and kill him. Consider the source. Photograph, house, car, friend. Don't trust. On his eye. That's why he had to shave his eye. Male. White. Well, Teddy is definitely a white male. He got the license plate on there as well. And it's the exact one. Oh, you got him. Oh. Oh, he didn't just murder her. He really got that written just straight to God.
Say we talked before? I don't remember that. Yeah, but it's not amnesia. I remember everything up until my injury. I just can't make new memories. So I can't remember talking to you. What did we talk about? Well, Sammy wrote himself endless amounts of notes, but he got mixed up.
What if you get yourself mixed up? You think you got your own system, but are you sure?
I use habit and routine to make my life possible. Sammy had no drive, no reason to make it work.
I mean,
I got a reason.
I guess that's his reason. It could be so easy to make a mistake. One wrong note. And it's over.
She has also lost someone. She will help you out of pity. Natalie.
You don't remember me.
I'm sorry, I should have explained. I have this...
You did explain, Lenny.
Do you mind taking your glasses off? It's hard for me to...
She got beat up. Who beat her up? Look, she got a cut lip, a bruised cheek.
Must be tough living your life according to a couple of scraps of paper. You mix your laundry list with your grocery list and you'll end up eating your underwear for breakfast.
See, like, what if he does that?
Yeah, it's tough. It's almost impossible. Look, I'm sorry I don't remember you. Nothing personal.
I do have information for you. You gave me a license plate number. Had my friend at DMV trace it. Guess what name came up? John Edward Gamble. John G. Are you sure you want this?
Have I told you what this man did? Well, then you shouldn't have to ask.
But even if you get revenge, you're not gonna remember it. You're not even gonna know that it happened.
Just because there are things I don't remember doesn't make my actions meaningless.
But what if he, like, does it, like, kills this guy? But then he doesn't remember that he killed the guy, but remembers of his wife. I mean, well, never mind. Because he took a picture of this guy's death.
I added an address in here. It might be useful. It's an abandoned place outside of town.
I was just thinking, like, it'd be crazy plot twist if it was actually him who, like, killed his wife, but, like, he doesn't even remember, and he thinks it's another guy. Because, I mean, I feel like it could happen if he doesn't remember. What if he gets his notes mixed up and he got the wrong guy?
We are both survivors. You take care, Leonard.
Okay. This is a scene. So it's very interesting to see how in this movie we're kind of starting backwards. So like each time we get a little snippet of what happened before and then it goes forward again. And then we get it's a little bit, not confusing, but it's just like, oh, okay. This happened before this.
If someone scratches their nose while they're talking, experts will tell you it means they're lying. It really means they're nervous.
Yo, Lenny! I thought you split for good.
Well, things change.
So I see. My name's Teddy.
So he knows Sammy. I thought Sammy was just like someone who looked like, not looked up to, but just like...
Have I told you about Sammy Jenkins?
Yeah. I'm sick of hearing about the guy. What about John G? You think he's still here?
Who?
Johnny G, the guy you're looking for.
Imagine. Heard anything about John G as he's sitting right next to you.
Get you to kill the wrong guy.
Oh, well, I go on facts, not recommendations, but thank you.
You can't trust a man's life to your little notes and pictures.
Why not?
Because your notes could be unreliable.
Stop. I'm convinced.
Cops don't catch a killer by sitting around remembering stuff.
Right,
They collect facts.
That's not what I'm
They
saying.
make notes.
Just let him talk, Teddy.
I know. It's what I used to do.
Oh, so he was an investigator.
You really want to get this guy, don't you?
He killed my wife. He took away my fucking memory. He destroyed my ability to live.
What do you do?
You're living.
Only for revenge.
Well, then we'll get the bastard. Where you staying?
The discount in. I don't know what room. I haven't got my key.
Probably left it in your room.
That's happened to me before.
Hi. I'm checked in here, but I think I've misplaced my key.
How you doing, Leonard? Probably in the room, right?
Don't see my key anywhere.
Oh, shit. This is the wrong room. You're in 304 now. I'm sorry, I fucked up.
This is not my room?
No. Come on, let's go.
Then why is this my handwriting?
Right? What? That's his stuff.
This was your room, but now you're in 304.
When was I in here?
Last week. Then I rented you another room on top of it.
Why?
Business is slow. I mean, I told my boss.
He's scamming him, taking his money.
Ripping me off.
Well, you're not
Dang.
gonna remember anyway. Always get a receipt.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, maybe get a receipt so you know where you're checked in.
Sammy can think just fine, but he can't make any new memories. He can only remember things for a couple of minutes. He'd watch TV, but anything longer than a couple of minutes was too confusing. He couldn't remember how it began.
So now he has a
Too short.
condition?
But every time I see him, I catch this look. This slight look of recognition. But he says he can't remember me at all. Now, I can read people, and I'm thinking, bad actor. So now I'm suspicious, and I'll order more tests. Oh, where am I? Oh, must be her room. But who's she?
Imagine having a one-night stand and you don't even remember. Maybe that's not the worst thing.
I gotta be someplace. It's pretty weird.
It's useful. You never write a phone number on your hand?
I think that's different.
The license plate.
John G's license plate. You have it tattooed on your thigh.
Natalie. She has also lost someone. She will help you out of pity. Do you think we could just arrange a meeting now? I'm not too good on the phone.
I wonder why. Maybe because on the phone, like, it's harder? Like, maybe in person it's easier to take notes and stuff?
I'm helping you because you helped me. So next time you see me, will you remember me?
No. At least he's honest.
I think you will.
You got your hopes high. He don't even remember you right now.
Natalie, right? Who the fuck is Dodd?
Ooh, whoever Dot is.
Who is he?
Calm down, okay? This is my problem. You offered to help. It has nothing to do with your investigation.
Yeah, that's why she got the cut lip.
You offered to help me when you saw what he did to my face.
Oh, I know he did that to your face.
Because I came straight to you after he did it. I showed you what he did, and I asked you to help me.
Oh, and I just take your word.
Yeah, Leonard, you decided to help me. Trust yourself. Trust your own judgment. You can question everything. You can never know anything for sure.
Whoever Dot is.
There are things
He's
you
an
know
asshole.
for sure.
Come on, try and relax.
It's not easy for me to relax.
Come on, take your jacket off.
So this would be the night before they had their one-night stand.
Didn't think you were the type.
Ooh. Oh, he's tatted.
It's backwards. Come here. Come here. When you find this guy, this John G, what are you gonna do?
Kill him.
Maybe I can help you find him.
Okay, that's interesting because Teddy got some explaining to do. Who even is Teddy? Where'd he come from? I wonder what he scribbled out. Maybe we'll get that later.
I lost someone.
Earlier.
She will help you out of pity. They kept testing Sammy for months. Always with the same objects carrying the electrical charge.
What the fuck? It's a test, Sammy. Test this, you fucking quack.
Even with total short-term
sorry,
memory
this
loss,
is funny,
Sammy should
but-
have learned to instinctively stop picking up the wrong object. All the previous cases responded to conditioning. Sammy didn't respond at all. It was enough to suggest that his condition was
Middle finger.
psychological, not physical.
So it didn't work.
Where am I?
He got a hangover. He partied last night.
Some anonymous motel room. Nothing in the drawers, but I'll take a look anyway. Nothing except the Gideon box.
Oh, that's part of his routine and habit, like opening the drawers. Why are you showering in his... Is this his room? If this is his room... So he just... Let me take a Polaroid of you so I remember.
Look, do me a favor. Don't go back in there. Will you take the motel out of town?
Do not trust her. Don't believe his lies.
He's so convinced. So that's what he crossed out. Okay. What if... Okay, I don't know. I have no idea.
Please.
Like, Teddy is definitely sus just because he be popping out of nowhere. That one's in
Legal
bold,
responsibility, large finance.
though. That one's colored in.
Who's this?
What? He doesn't even know who he's been talking to? The way that they hung up the phone as soon as he asked, who is this? You have no idea who you've been talking to all this time.
Fuck Leonard. Dodd beat the shit out of me.
Why?
Why? Because of you? Because I did what you told me to do. Go to him reason with him.
Calm
Tell him
down.
about Teddy. Great fucking idea.
Calm down.
A car this nice, you should lock.
Okay, Jesus. Because it's like it's going in order, right? But I feel like I'm mixing things up, like confusing myself as well with like the order.
What's wrong?
Somebody's come already.
She's lying. She left like a few minutes ago. Unless there was a time skip, I don't know. I don't like Natalie. Like, what the fruit?
What happened to Sammy and his wife?
He killed his wife.
She came to see me at my office. I thought she was just trying to catch me off guard, so I didn't tell her what I really thought. But I never said that he was fake, just that his condition was mental. I found out later that she went home and gave Sammy his final exam. She knew beyond a doubt that he loved her, so she found a way to test him.
What? To do it again?
It's time for my shot.
She really thought she'd call his bluff, or she just didn't want to live with the things she'd put him through.
She's doing it again? Sis, stop. You're literally getting yourself killed.
It's time for my shot.
It won't hurt.
He cannot make new memories.
She went into a coma and never recovered. Sammy couldn't understand.
What the fuck are you doing here?
You Jimmy Grant?
Expecting any other Jimmys out here, memory man?
Do you remember me?
Yeah, I remember you. Where the fuck's Teddy? Well,
That's what we're doing? That's the plan? So he's the one who killed Jimmy.
big fucking mistake, pal.
Strip! I want my fucking life back!
And he's wearing, that's how he's wearing Jimmy's clothes. Makes sense. And he found the little thingy in his pocket to go to Natalie. He is a danger to society. I'm sorry. That's why I did not expect that. He killed John G or whoever a year ago, and it's all happening again. So that was a year ago.
Still there. Do I believe the world?
Open your eyes! What are you doing? You're driving. Please.
We all need mirrors to remind ourselves who we are. I'm no different. Now, where was I?
Oh, wow. What the fruit. Okay, this movie was so mind-boggling. Honestly, the entire time, like, I wasn't physically, like, on the edge of my seat, but I was definitely, like, on the edge of my seat, just like, what is going on? And it's so funny. I feel like I was trying to piece everything together myself as we, you know, went through the movie, like, and slowly we're getting more pieces of information. And I love that about this film, of how we started backwards, and then, you know, as the movie continued, we would get a little bit more piece of information as we, like, rewinded, I guess, with what exactly was going on. So I really love that. And I also love the, just in some of the scenes, you know, when Lenny is on the phone, who we now know it's Teddy, it's black and white, and then the rest of it is like in color. So it's usually when he's on the phone that it's black and white, or at least when he's on the phone with Teddy. I'm trying to think, like, if there was any other part in the film where he's on the phone, but I don't think he was. It was only mostly ever with Teddy, and he's like talking about this Sammy Jenkins. And I just like I knew it, but I did know it because, you know, throughout the movie I'm like, oh, like, what if it's him? And thankfully, like, it wasn't him, but I feel like on it, like, it's a possibility that it could have been him. But it's nice to see that, you know, he actually did love his wife and he wasn't abusive or anything. But I did say, I was starting to say, like, oh, what if, you know, Lenny finds this guy, kills him, and he doesn't remember him within a whatever, however long he loses memory, and he, like, goes through it again. So to find out, and I stopped myself because at that time, you know, we thought it was Teddy, and he took a picture of Teddy, to then, like, see that it wasn't Teddy. Teddy was the cop the whole time. And honestly, he was a bit crooked, you know, with just wanting some money or whatever. So but the fact that Teddy was actually the one on Lenny's case a whole year ago. So exactly what I, like, had thought, like, oh, if this guy, like if Lenny kills this guy, how is he gonna remember that he killed the guy? It happened a year ago, exactly that. And it's wild. The fact that this incident happened a year ago and it's a year later that he's trying to do this all over again. It's just like crazy. Like I literally was, yeah, there's no comments, no words. Like speechless, literally left me. Like the plot twist is insane, especially also with Natalie, because I was not expecting that with Natalie, for her to be such a manipulative person. Such a manipulative girl. Like that was so mean. That whole scene that she was having with Lenny about, oh well, you're not gonna remember this conversation anyway, and I could say the meanest things like your wife is a whore and all this stuff, and we're still gonna be besties. I was like, wow, this woman. And the fact that she was intentionally trying to get under his skin so that like he would punch her. And honestly, even with the, like, I don't blame him. I don't care. If I had the condition and all this stuff and she was talking smack about my partner, like, who was killed, and she's like, oh, you're not gonna remember this anyway, I'd still beat the shit out of her. I'm sorry. So props to Lenny for, you know, I'm not even mad. Like, I don't care. Sorry. But it's really sad to see that how. And you know what? It makes sense because she is the girlfriend of a drug dealer. What do they care about? Their drugs and their money. And just protecting themselves. So to see that betrayal is actually wild. Overall, very much enjoyed this film. And the whole thing with, he literally like made this entire story, I guess, up with like Sammy Jenkins. He's like, no, like, and I'm like, how is this happening? Like, you witnessed someone else with this, but now you have it. So it literally, like, I was like, what if you're Sammy Jenkins, Lenny? Like, what if you just kind of like made this scenario, the story up in your head, but it's really you? And that's exactly, like, it's insane. And it's so funny because I like just like picking up the things that were said throughout the movie, like the whole note-taking thing. There was the 2 notes that Lenny was looking at with Natalie and with Teddy, and he ended up crossing out whatever about Natalie. So obviously, like, notes can also be mixed up. That was mentioned, and like Lenny had said that about Sammy. And he's like, oh, well, I have a ritual and I have like this routine. And then at the diner that they were at, when Teddy and like that whole conversation with the note taking and stuff, and then Lenny's like, oh, well, yeah, like even memories. And then we see later on when Teddy's like confronting Lenny about it, he's like, your wife had diabetes. And so we see that scene where the first time that we saw it, it was Lenny pinching his wife, but then we see it again and it's actually him like sticking the insulin into her. So it's just like wild. And just this film like was really spot on. Like, it was really good. I very much enjoyed it, and I love these kinds of movies that have such a like psychological like elements, I guess. I love movies with psychological elements. It's one of my favorite things because you can really go deep into a movie, like have so much conversation within these kinds of movies that have so much psychology in it, and it's my favorite. I love this movie. So good. Thank you for requesting. And the person who requested it's so funny because the person who requested this, thank you, they had told me beforehand. They're like, this, like, you prepare yourself. Pretty much like prepare yourself because this is mind-bending a little bit. And yeah, it is. I don't know, I wasn't expecting so much, I guess. Like, I was like, oh yeah, okay. But no, it really is. And I really just thank you. I'm so glad that I watched this movie, and I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Also, if you guys want to talk more about this movie, if you have, like, share your opinions, let me know what you guys thought about this movie in the comment section. Let's get a conversation going. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.